And opinions of shows on KCNR are those of the hosts, guests, and callers only and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, or advertisers of KCNR Radio.
Don't be shy, just let your feelings roll on by. And don't wear fear, or nobody will know you're there. Just lift your head and let your feelings out instead. No, don't be shy, just let your feelings roll on by.
Good afternoon and welcome to Healing Through Nature. I'm your host, Spindelilus, clinical master herbalist, and with me today and always is my wife and co-host Peggy, who is a certified master herbalist.
It's good to be here.
It always is. We enjoy this. This is our one time a week we get to just kind of lecture to hopefully thousands of people.
Exactly.
I know we have at least 10 that listens.
Oh, we're moving up.
We are. It was only 5 last week.
Oh, and one thing that I want to be thankful for today is the wonderful rain that we're getting.
Absolutely. Good for the gardens, and the gardens grow our herbs, and our herbs heal our bodies.
That's right.
So there you go. Alrighty, our topic today, and we'll talk about here in just a little bit, is about eyes. We're going to talk all about eyes, everything that we can do to help work on them and fix them, and hopefully without you having to go to someone else or spend a whole lot of money. But first, we're going to talk about the herb views and news and things that are going on, and this kind of is in tying with what we're going to be talking about next week. Next week, as you know, is the Sunday just before Independence Day, and so we are going to be talking about next Sunday what you can do to be more independent.
I like that.
Yeah, me too, absolutely. We got Obamacare coming up. We've got more and more regulations happening. What can you do to take care of yourself without having to depend on someone else? So that'll be next week on kind of a whole assortment of different topics.
Exactly. So make sure you have your pen and your paper ready to write things down so that you can take care of yourself when the time comes.
There you go. But in line with that, some of the news that came out here, this was last month. The European Union, the EU, kind of going in line with the United States. The United States is catching up to them. They're kind of a little bit ahead of us on regulations. The European Union thinks that it knows best for the world's health and future. The all-knowing think that they can govern the land, the plants, and traditional herbal medicine. And with their new regulations taking hold, the EU is telling the world that people cannot be trusted to self-regulate, self-medicate, and to survive on their own. That's why they've put together a regulation committee to ensure everyone's continued safety. Even though I have to say, how many deaths a year are there that I hear of from herbal medications? 0.
Exactly.
How many deaths a year do we hear from people taking prescription medication? Approximately 166,000 a year.
Unbelievable.
And that's just what the AMA is reporting.
And what? We're the weird ones because we use the plant.
That's right. We're using plants. You know, I hear this one argument all the time is, well, plants can be dangerous. And it's like, generally no, because there are thousands of different plants out there, but we only use for our sake, we only use about 100 different plants that we've decided are safe. They have to be non-toxic, non-poisonous, and non-habit forming. And that's what we choose to use. And people go, well, yeah, but plants can have dangerous components in them. And absolutely, you take foxglove. All right, that's where they get digitalis from. But they pull the the chemical straight out of the foxglove, and that's what makes it dangerous. All right, take a look at oranges. Oranges. Are the oranges safe for you? Absolutely. But there's 17 different chemicals that are in oranges that if they were to be pulled out separately can kill you. All right, so it's the whole plant that we work with, the way it was made, the way it was designed. That's what makes it safe. It's when you try to pull a piece out of it, then you've made it very unsafe. Another big example is willow. You know, willow is very safe to take. Our patients love using it. But what did Bayer do in 1899? They pulled the salicin out of it, made salicylic acid, and now your stomachs bleed. Okay?
Amazing.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, now we got the European Union that's decided to overregulate all of their medications. They're making it now to where the average person cannot go get their own herbs, and even actually their laws are coming out now to whereas if they even grow them or trade them, they can actually get in trouble with the law. That you now have to, the only way that you can go do it is to go to a person who's been licensed to do this. And again, licensing, that's who the government has decided has the right to do it. A government that has no idea what herbs are being used for. So now the herbal movement, again, has returned to being an underground movement in Europe. And I think that that's a very sad thing. And unfortunately, it's happening here more and more often as well.
That's pretty sad.
Yep. Well, anyway, so that's moving on. Yeah, let's try to get to something a little bit happier. All right. As I said, this subject of today, and again, the lines are open, so please call in at 605-4567. We're going to be talking about everything to do with eyes today, but you can call in and talk about any of those subjects as well.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody knows that summer is here. And right. When you go out, everybody is protecting their body, putting on their sunscreens. We've got to remember you must protect your eyes as well, because they not only can get allergies, dust, whatever, but they can be sunburnt. So, and this doesn't mean put on a pair of sunglasses.
No, actually, what you've been told a lot of it is incorrect. While yes, there are occasions to wear sunglasses when there's an incredible amount of glare, you're in snow or a lot of sand, there's a lot of wind and dust going on. There are reasons, but on the norm, sunglasses, a lot of people are not aware of this. There was a study back in 2000 that came out. And a lot more recently, as recently as in 2009, showing that sunglasses actually cause more sunburn than if you're not wearing them.
You know, I can believe that, because before I met you, I did not go outside unless I had on a pair of sunglasses.
Right.
And it was making my eyes really weak, and I didn't realize that because my eyes weren't having to be strong enough to be able to, deal with the light outside.
Right.
So until I met you, and then you were going, you really shouldn't. So I took them off, and it took me a little while because every time I'd go out in the sun, I'd squint.
That's right. Well,
perfect now.
That's right. Well, our eyes were designed for daylight and for dealing with that. And they have the 2000 and the 2009 study showed that there was an actual relationship between the sunshine hitting your eyes and the reaction to the pituitary and the pineal glands. Our skin produces melanin. We know that. That's what makes us tan, what makes us dark. But what they discovered was the amount of sunshine hitting our eyes stimulated the pituitary and the pineal glands, which then stimulate the skin to produce more melanin. So when you wear sunglasses, the body is being given a false sense of how much sunshine there is. You won't produce as much melanin as you should, and therefore you actually burn more wearing sunglasses than if you didn't.
I never thought of that. That's interesting. But, while we're on this subject, I found a few things that I thought were interesting while I was surfing the Internet. Cataract surgery is the most common non-elective surgery in the U.S.
Wow. It's so easy to take care of.
I know, it is. The next one is the number one cause of blindness in adults is diabetes.
Yep.
And then glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness in the U.S. And then this one. I like this one, too. It's about 85% of the total sensory input to our brain originates from our sense of sight. That's 85%.
And again, there links back into the pituitary and the pineal.
Exactly. And there's a few things that we do that I wrote down that we do have problems with. And when we come back from commercial, we can talk about those. And that's floaters, sty, dry eye, sunburns, allergies, lice, and there's so many more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, when we get back from the commercial, we're going to talk about these, what causes them and what we can do to fix these problems. What we want to do with this show, as we do every week, is to give you the tools to learn how to take care of this yourself and how to fix it. So we're going to go ahead and I think
one thing before you do that, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about us, check us out online at NorCalHerbalStudies.com.
Sure, absolutely. You can call us at 722-6728.
There you go.
All right, well, this is Healing Through Nature and with KCNR 1460 Community Radio, and we will be right back.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all
Our lives are becoming more hectic with higher demands from our work, family, and our day-to-day living. This can lead to stress, exhaustion, and even serious illness. Hi, I'm family herbalist Peggy Spindelilus from the Healing Through Nature show on KCNR, along with my husband, clinical master herbalist Arundel Spindelilus. We operate NorCal Herbal Studies here in Redding. Herbal medicine offers a safe, natural, and effective treatment to balance and restore the body back to good health. It can help with anything from acute to chronic long-term illness, or simply restore your health and vitality. Here at NorCal Herbal Studies, we believe in treating our patients in a safe, holistic, and natural manner. If you would like a change in health based on time-honored ways, please give us a call at 722-6728 or check us out at NorCalHerbalStudies.com.
Don't be shy, just let your feelings roll on by.
This is Army Retired Command Sergeant Major Ted Leidy with NorCal Firearms Instruction at Sportsman's Warehouse. Our ladies-only CCW classes have become one of our most popular events. We begin each class with basic pistol instruction, so there's no need for shooting experience. We can supply the ammunition for your training so you don't have to worry about finding it locally. Visit us at Sportsman's Warehouse, online at NorCalify.com, or call us at 999-1822 to schedule your CCW training today. As a gun owner, blissful ignorance is not an option. NFI.
Hey, it's Bad Bob, producer for Free Fire Radio, the very best way to start your day in the North State. Every Monday through Friday from 7 to 9, Carl and Linda Bott bring you what's happening in our community, from politics to entertainment and the issues you care about. If you like what you're hearing, won't you please tell a friend that local live radio is what we're all about? I love my job. Tune in and find out why right here Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. on the home of Free Fire Media, KCNR 1460.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob the Drop from Mount Shasta Spring Water. Did you know our spring water originates from glaciers high atop Mount Shasta? As they melt, the water flows through miles of volcanic rock to our springs at the base of the mountain. Pure and natural, Mount Shasta Spring Water is naturally the best and the official water of the United States of America. Give us a call today and ask about our special introductory offer. 1-800-922-6227. That's 1-800-922-6227. I highly recommend it.
Can you handle the truth? Are you tired of the mainstream media spin? Do you believe that the economy is recovering? Are you prepared for the economic collapse that's coming? Are you prepared for hyperinflation? Do you think the government will solve your problems? Do you care about your children's future? Are you self-reliant? Will you fight for your freedom? Want solutions? Want the truth? Tune in to 1460 Sovereign Minds Radio now at 8 o'clock on Saturday mornings, where we always handle the truth.
Hear us streaming 24/7 on KCNR1460.com.
Welcome back. This is Healing Through Nature with your host, Arundel Spindelilus, clinical master herbalist, and Peggy, my wife and co-host, certified master herbalist.
That's
and
me.
yes, that's a song we just heard is about I Can See Clearly Now.
I can see clearly now.
Well, and that's what our goal for today is to help you see clearly now. All right, we're going to cover a wide number of topics, but I was reminded to go ahead and make a quickie announcement that tomorrow at the Reading Tea Party with Mark and Linda's breakout group, it'll be about 7 o'clock or so tomorrow night. I'm going to actually be teaching the group and anybody else that's interested on how to make your own capsules. You know, bring your own herbs and things like that, and we'll show you how to make your own capsules, how to get your own equipment. You'd be surprised how inexpensive it is to get into it yourself. It's very, very inexpensive, and for anybody that's interested, we will be happy to get in equipment for you at cost. We're doing this for the Tea Party to help them out. And we're literally talking about being able to get into making your own capsules for, probably about $20, $25. And you can get started.
Nothing.
That's right.
Well, now the Tea Party meeting is going to definitely have a KCNR flavor to it tomorrow night, because in addition to you, Chris Street, who is one of the co-hosts for Agenda 21, he's up here this weekend, and Chris will be speaking at the Tea Party meeting tomorrow night.
Excellent. Well, then it is going going to be a KCNR night.
So it's going to be a fun time. So everybody head out to the tea party tomorrow night.
That's right.
That's at 2570 South Bodyview.
Thank you very
6
much,
o'clock.
Bob. That's right. I didn't know the address. I just know where to turn.
Destiny Fellowship Church. Yeah.
Yes, at the Fellowship Church. That's right. Is that a Baptist church? Right.
I think it's just any.
Oh, just a fellowship.
It was a Baptist church before it was renamed Destiny Fellowship. I don't think there's
Anybody
any affiliation with
Yeah.
the Baptist church at this point, but everybody's welcome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay, well, as we said, today we're going to be talking about eyes and what we can do about the eyes. And we are going to be covering as fast as we can here with the time we have left. We're going to cover all sorts of different topics for all the things we know about, like how to deal with floaters, how to deal if you have a sty or having pink eye. And then we're going to get into something a little bit more complicated later in the show, how to deal with near and farsightedness. Yes, it is curable. Again, we always go back to what Dr. Christopher told us, that there is no such thing as an incurable disease or illness or condition, just incurable people. If you are willing to take part in what it takes to get over your issue, it is curable, and we've seen it, haven't we?
Yes, we have. And if you think about it, most people don't, but when you're out next time, kind of look around and look at the people that go by. You will see that you'll be really surprised about how many young adults and kids nowadays are actually wearing glasses.
That's right.
We're making our kids even weak with their eyes.
That's right. Exactly. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about glaucoma and cataracts. And something is difficult to deal with is macular degeneration.
Yeah, my mom had that.
That's right. And we've seen where that can be taken care of also.
And that is some bad stuff. I watched her completely go blind because
That's right.
the doctors kept telling her, here, use these drops. It'll, help you. She wound up going completely blind.
Well, that actually will take me into another story because I know that they are listening. And that is one of our favorite families, the Lazarus family. You heard from their daughter last week when she called in after everything that Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. Hey, family.
Yeah, everything that they'd been through. Well, we have another wonderful testimonial from them. This is from the dad of the family. That's Jim Lazarus. He's 61 years old, and he has had for quite some time eye troubles, and he was also nearsighted, and he had been to his optometrist, and the optometrist tried to work with the situation. He gave him an eye drops, and tried to fix it, and it just never did any good. So Jim realized that, I've got some eye drops from Arundel, and these are from our clinic, NorCal Herbal Studies, and the name of the formula is Herbal Eye Wash. It's an amazing formula. We'll tell you more about it here in a little bit. It's very inexpensive, but we told Jim how it was able to take care of all these particular issues, including the nearsightedness that he was dealing with. So he decided to give it a try since the eye wash from the optometrist didn't do any good. Jim went ahead and used this, and it took him about 2 months in using it regularly every day, 6 days a week is what we do. And he did it, and it's very simple to use. And in 2 months, he noticed that the eye problems that he was having with the optometrist completely went away. But the really neat miracle about all this is that Jim, for the first time, after 2 months of using the eye drops, was able to go to the DMV to get his license renewed. He took the eye test, and he passed it without glasses.
That always brings a smile to my face when any of our patients or anybody comes back to us and tells us a story like that. It just makes your heart just feel so good.
It does. That's why we tell our patients at the clinic it's like Christmas every day. And Jim, we're very proud of you, just like we are of your whole family. You did a great thing. And also, thank you for letting us tell the world what happens, that people know that this kind of thing is possible. You are able to get over these problems, and you can get rid of your glasses.
That's right. So, in other words, he was using stuff from the over-the-counter or from his doctor,
That's right.
synthetic that didn't work.
Yeah.
Used a little bit of cayenne that you can find in your kitchen.
That's right. Along with the other herbs that are in the
Along with
formula.
the other ones.
Yeah.
And it works.
That's right, and took care of it. All righty. Well, again, thank you, Jim, for letting us tell that. Jim Lazarus. All right. Anyway, so let's get down to some of the easy ones, and we'll work our way up to hard. Floaters. So many people deal with floaters. Everyone sees these little worms rolling around in front of their eyes, these little specks, and they're told that there's really nothing they can do about them. Well, what causes those? Well, in our eyes, we have this liquid, and it's the vitreous liquid. And Floaters can actually be little broken pieces of these, pieces that didn't actually liquefy, and they float around, and our eyes are clogged. Just, you know what? Dr. Christopher said also, he said that probably more than 90% of all human conditions, illnesses, have one main source, and that's constipation. That doesn't mean just constipation of the bowels. It means constipation of any other part in the body. In this case, we're literally talking about constipation of the eyes, to make it simple.
Yeah.
That's right. So we need to get that out where we can clean out the eyes. And it's funny, one of the easiest things you can do is you do this every day and get yourself a good cry, is to grate onions and let the onions get you to cry. What the onions do is they actually cause the eyes to start draining, and it comes out your ducts, your eye ducts, and it causes your eyes to cleanse. That actually will help over time with the floater. Something as simple as cutting up onions and letting them have a good cry.
Yeah, so remember, when you're in the kitchen cutting your onions up, don't sit there and do it underwater. You know, they say, if you do it under the water or close to the water, it helps you not.
And it does.
It'll help you, but you're losing the benefits from it.
That's right. Another herb that works really well is ginkgo. Taking ginkgo will actually help clear out as they put it, the gunk that's in your eyes, and will help them drain. So ginkgo works very well. So try something like that. And again, everything that we're going to be talking about today, this herbal eye bright formula that we've mentioned from Dr. Christopher, we have it at the clinic, but I mentioned you could get it other places as well, probably get it online. It also works very well with the floaters. Styes, all right? Styes, what a pain to have. They're very uncomfortable. We don't like to have those. Styes can be removed, again, with the herbal eye bright. You can do things of that nature. You can do other kind of eye washes, things that work very well. For example, would be like chamomile tea. Chamomile tea works very, very well with styes. It actually helps soothe them and that type of thing. It's very good for pink eye. Pink eye, you get pink eye, it's very uncomfortable. It's usually either a bacterial or viral infection. How do you get rid of that? There's a multitude of ways. And again, right here, one of the best ways to get rid of pink eye is with chamomile tea. You can actually make a tea out of it and use those as drops and actually wash your eyes out with it. And the tea bags that are left over, take the tea bags and close your eyes and put them over your eyes and let it rest. Always make sure that when you're treating one eye, you treat them both, because the infection can travel. I don't care what the condition is. So make some chamomile tea, use it as an eye wash, and then lay down and put the bags over your eyes and just lay there and rest for a little bit. Not only does it soothe the pain, it will actually kill the bacteria and the viral infection in your eyes.
And also remember that you can actually, if you don't have it in one eye, you can actually transfer it back and forth by using the same utensil or bag or whatever. So make sure that you have everything clean for the second eye.
That's right. Exactly. Well,
I really have to, I know y'all probably get tired of hearing my stories of my family, but I grew up way out in the boonies, and we didn't get to go run to the doctor every time we got sick. So my mom, I remember as a little girl, used to sit on the floor, and my mom would be sitting there and she'd look down at me and she'd say, "Peggy, go in my sewing box and get me a button." So I thought, you mind your parents. So I went and got her a button and came back and gave it to her, and she opened up her eyelid and stuck it in her eye, and then she started moving her eye around, and it would roll all the way around her eyeball and come back out, and whatever was in her eye was gone. So when she'd look at us and tell us, "Oh, you got something in your eye? Come here and let me put this button in it." She had 5 kids.
You'd run the other way.
We went everywhere. It was like no buttons in this eye. So, but this is just an old remedy.
We are not recommending that. Do not
Never
put foreign objects in your eyes.
Run like we did.
That's right. But that does take us to that there are actually some old family remedies that work. One of the oldest ones, and again, we go back to pink eye and sty and your sty in your eyes, is castor oil. It actually does work. It's an old family remedy. If you have pink eye or that type of thing, you can actually put some of the castor oil drops into your eyes. It'll be kind of strange at first when it gets in there, but it actually will take out the pink eye. So some old family remedies work. Don't put buttons in your eyes.
Do not use the button thing. That was just a funny story I wanted y'all to hear about.
That's right, exactly. All right. Well, when we get back, we'll continue with this, and we're going to talk about some case histories and testimonials for how well some of these things have worked. This is Healing Through Nature, and we're with KCNR 1460 Community Radio. We'll be right back.
one thing in my life that's missing. It's the time that I spend alone, sailing on the cool and bright clear water.
If you are running your own business, you already know that if there are 1,000 items on your to-do list, you really have 3,000 things to get done. Success in business is in the details. You need help. Let the smart professionals at 5 Star Bank help you take care of those financial details. Yes, smart people doing good business. Life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it. Be positive. Those at the top of the mountain did not fall there. Visit us at 5 Star Bank and let us show you how we specialize in emerging business and commercial real estate. 5 Star Bank also specializes in hard work, working hard for those that believe that success is just on the other side of the next opportunity. Thomas Jefferson was a great believer in opportunity, for he found that the harder he worked, the more he had of it. Your time is as valuable as your success. So visit us at 5 Star Bank, 358 Hartnell in Reading, or call Eric Woodstrom at 223-6652. Online at 5starbank.com. 5 Star Bank. Professional, progressive, and personal. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're probably wondering, where do I go? I'm out of coffee. Well, let me tell you, Tobacco and Brew. Guaranteed to provide you with the freshest coffee beans. With the rising cost of coffee, Tobacco and Brew offers the best prices, quality, and a large variety as well. Check it out. Go in and meet the friendly staff who will help you with selection and specification of your brewing needs. Tobacco and Brew, 2143 Hilltop Drive.
Everyone here at Bastiani Arms wants you to know that we're proud to be your local gun shop. There's a special feeling running a small shop. It gives us a chance to spend more time with you, getting to know your needs, your shooting habits, helping us become the best shop we can for you. It also allows us to order just what we need. Keeping our overhead down means keeping our prices down, tailoring everything in the store for you, the customer. We'd like to remind you, it's never too early to learn gun safety, so bring the family down because we'd love to meet them. Bastiani Arms, Larkspur Lane, 222-8222. Join the revolution.
Hi, Linda Bott here. Join me every Thursday night at 6 p.m. right here on KCNR 1460 AM. We're on the spot with Linda Bott. Find out what's hot and what's not. We talk about fun, film, fashion, food. Brought to you by Dandelion, Crackmaster, Mount Shasta Mall, in Selma Vineyards, and Estate Granite. On the spot, Thursday, 6 p.m. right here, KCNR 1460 AM.
Here's some energy knowledge from Reading Electric Utility, REU. When energy is consumed is just as important as how much energy you consume. That is why REU is investing in thermal energy storage ice bears. REU is installing ice bears on commercial buildings throughout our community. These units store energy at night and then use their stored energy during the peak of the summer afternoon. For more information about REU's ice bear program, visit us at reupower.com or call 339-7300. REU. Together, we can save energy.
The hotline is open on KCNR 1460 530-605-4567.
Cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change.
Yes, it is time for a cool change. Welcome to Healing Through Nature. This is your host, Arundel Spindelilus, Clinical Master Herbalist, and with me, my wife and co-host, Peggy, who is a certified family herbalist.
Exactly. And speaking of cool change, we did get a cool change with the rain and the lower temperatures.
We did. Yeah. Tomorrow's even cooler.
Exactly. And let everybody know that our phone lines are open at 605-4567. And you can learn more about us at NorCalHerbalStudies.com or call us at 722-6728.
All right. We got about less than half an hour left, so let's get into the nitty-gritty here on some of the tougher stuff. All right. Let's talk about cataracts. All right. Again, we go back to the same thing. Cataracts works very well. You know, I keep telling everyone about this herbal eye bright that we use. For those that would like to know, it's actually made from bayberry bark, eye bright herb, just a pinch of cayenne, that's okay, golden seal root, and red raspberry leaves. This is a miracle combination. You can make it yourself, or you can get it from clinics like ours if you're a patient with us, or you can, I'm sure you can find it online. I want to give a little story about somebody that used this and how successful it was. I'm going to read it exactly as they wrote it. I have had bad eye trouble for 2 or 3 years. The beginning, of cataracts on both eyes. I had the gel break in both eyes. At that time, my eyes were so terribly dry that I would have to lift the eyelids off my eyes in the morning with my fingers. My vision was getting real bad. I had been taking exercises for my eyes, using the eye wash and taking the eye wash formula. That's the Herbal Eye Bright. My eyes are much, much improved, and that the cataracts have dissolved. They have gone away, so it can happen. All right, so cataracts can be taken care of. We've known of cases where the patients used the eye wash. They took it both internally and used it externally in their eyes, and sometimes it takes a few weeks, sometimes it takes a few months. We know of cases where the cataract would literally fall off the eye and would land on their cheek, and they would brush it to find out what it was. The cataract was literally purged from the surface of the eye.
It's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing. Now, let me take you to a real easy cure here that you can do for nearsighted, farsightedness, even certain other issues like macular degeneration. We're going to talk about these. You've heard when you were growing up about carrot juice. That's it. Then, the joke was you never saw a blind bunny rabbit.
That's true.
Well, it is true. I've never seen a blind bunny rabbit. And it is true. The carrots are an amazing miracle. Here's a testimonial from one individual, a young man, who was told how to take care of his eyes. A young man came to us wanting help. He wanted to become an Air Force pilot with the government, but was turned down because of bad eyesight. He had passed everything else with high grades, but the answer was still no because of poor eyesight. We all know that you want to be a pilot in any of these new jets, especially, you've got to have perfect eyesight. He did not, so he was turned down. When he asked the medical doctor if he could try again later, he was laughed at and told this condition could not be changed. He persisted, and so was So he left. Okay, he persisted, and so was given a 3-month return date. So in other words, the doctor said, fine, you can come back in 3 months. I don't expect anything different because this is incurable. All right, so he was given 3 months. So he came, and he was put on the program. We had him clean his bowels, go to the mucusless diet. In other words, get his diet better so that he was actually cleansing and nourishing his body, cleansing and nourishing his eyes. And he did a 3-day cleanse, which is very easy to do. Pretty much 98% of all our patients go through it, and they do very well and actually feel better afterwards. And then he was told to drink a quart or more every day of freshly made carrot juice, 6 days a week, every week. He was also told that when he used water, to use nothing but distilled water on the 7th day. In 3 months, he returned for another eye examination to the Air Force, and this time he was given a complete good bill of health and with perfect eyesight. So it can be changed.
It amazes me when people say, well, I don't expect a change, or I don't expect it because it can't be cured. If you cut yourself, does it not heal back?
That's right. That's
so,
right.
in other words, your body was designed to re-heal itself.
That's right. The problem is that we're not giving our body the resources necessary. Here's a really drastic story. Dr. Christopher was sitting in his office in Evanston, Wyoming one day, and in walked an elderly, white-haired woman with a little child leading her. Remember, everything I'm telling you about is all medically documented. All the reports are out. The woman was completely blind, and the little child brought her right up to the desk. The woman said that she had been blind for over 10 years, not able to see anything, using a child or a seeing eye dog to get her to find her way around. Lately, she had heard about Dr. Christopher's Eye Bright formula and wanted to know if it could help her. Dr. Christopher could not promise her anything, but he said that it had done much good and never any harm. He told her about the mucusless diet, in other words, getting her body cleansed out and eating better. All right, doesn't mean you're going to eat perfect, but the better you eat, the better it is.
That's right.
All right. She did, because everything works better when you have a cleaner body. And she began using the eye wash formula. She kept visiting Dr. Christopher regularly, and he gave her little adjustments in her program and other therapies. But overall, basically got her body cleaned out, ate better, and used the eye wash. One day, she came into the waiting room and then into the office without a seeing eye dog and without a child leading her. She smiled and said, "Hello, doctor." This was the first time she said that she knew what he looked like, just like she had pictured him, she said. She had her eyesight back, truly thrilled because for 10 years she had been walking in a blind world. She said, "I wanted to show you how my eyes have healed." She walked over and picked up a book off his desk and read the title on the outside. She opened the book and read several verses. So even blindness can help. I've got stories of even a little tiny baby that was born blind. And Dr. Christopher told him that he'd never worked with a child that had been born. This was with detached retinas. And of course, that is again one of those incurables. And the parents said, well, is there anything we can do? And he said, well, like he would often say, he said, well, it certainly won't hurt. Why don't we do this with your little baby? And they did it. And it took some time. It took some months, but in a few months, the baby was actually able to see for the first time. So it can happen. For those that like to use the herbal eye bright and to cleanse their bodies, get yourself on a good diet, eat like an adult. And one of the best things you can do, and one of the worst things that are for your eyes, is dairy. It's like I ask all my patients, Peggy, you can answer this. What is the one thing that cow's milk is good for?
The baby cows.
It's only good for baby cows. It's not good for us. It's too concentrated for humans. Milk does not do a body good.
No.
And it also causes, as our patients know, acid reactions, gets you all mucousy inside. That mucus actually goes to your eyes. That also helps create floaters. One of the best things you can do is get off dairy.
That's right. Yeah, because most of some of my family, when they call and go, oh, my sinuses are all messed up. I just ate and now I can't even breathe. Well, what did you have? And then they'd tell us, and then they'd say, what'd you have to drink? Oh, big old glass of cold milk. Well, there you go. That's the reason you're so stopped up.
That's right. There was a study done with herbal eye bright and with people who were both near and farsighted, and they wanted to do a test. And it was a 5-month study. And in 5 months, there was a significant portion of the people that had an improvement, and actually 83% of the people noticed improvement in 15 days. Now again, no promises. It depends on what shape your body's in and what your eyes are like. But I have known case after case after case. Sometimes it takes a few weeks. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 months. But we have seen so many cases of people being able to take their glasses off for good, or they get rid of their cataracts, things like that, just by doing the natural things. For example, here's something really easy. People who have night blindness. Carrots work very, very good, but also something else that World War II pilots used to do all the time. Just before they would go off and take off, they would eat bilberries. Like blueberries, only these are bilberries. Blueberries work too, but they're not as good. There's bilberries. Bilberries will actually take care of your night blindness.
Interesting.
Yep, and the World War II pilots used to use them all the time. They actually help open up the capillaries, and they also support and heal the tissues that are in your eyes. So bilberries, a little old berry, can help you heal your eyes and take care of your night vision. All right, so there's that. We can do, again, the herbal eye bright works very, very well for you if you take those. Talking about diet, okay, I'll harp on this one more time, and then when we get back from a break, I'll go ahead and talk about what we can do for, again, glaucoma and things of that nature. Dr. Christopher was one time, and we've had the same kind of situation with many of our patients. This is what diet really does for you. Dr. Christopher would often laugh about an experience he had in one particular town. He was called to a farmhouse 40 miles away in Woodruff, Utah. The rancher and his whole family were very sick from an undiagnosed sicknesses. The farm work and housework were all close to a standstill because the family was always so weak. And Dr. Christopher asked a very simple question. What are you eating? Oh, we eat well, said the rancher. I just stored up 1,000 pounds of white flour, and we have plenty of canned goods to see us through the winter. Dr. Christopher asked, have you ever considered whole wheat? You could never force that down me, the rancher jeered. I don't believe in it. There's no sense in it at all. Now, you're a rancher, said Dr. Christopher, and you've got some prize horses and cattle out there. Do you feed them carrots? You bet, the rancher smiled. I've got about 1/2 ton of carrots out there. Do you eat them? Nah, they're just for horses, to keep them in good condition. All right, what about grains? I've got coarse ground grains, like whole grains, in the shed for the cattle. So Dr. Christopher said, well, okay, let's do this. You bring in from the shed 1,000 pounds of those coarse ground grains. Prepare it over low heat till it's soft and chewy, and then stir in a little honey and some fresh diced fruit. You eat that. Now take that 1,000 pounds of white flour and give it to your cattle. And the man was like, what? That would kill my prize cattle. Then the man's face reddened as he realized what he'd said. You caught me, admitted. All right, I'll do it your way. So he started eating the food he was giving his cows instead of just giving it to his cows. And within a few weeks, the family had received a good report on their health, and they had their vitality back again.
So in other words, he was treating his farm animals better than he was treating his own body.
And his own family.
And his own family. His
Absolutely.
kids and everything were eating the white
Right.
flour.
Yeah, he knew if he fed that to his cows, it would kill them.
Exactly.
Okay,
well, it's killing you and your kids and wife too.
That's right. Exactly. So, let's eat better. That'll take care of your vision and things like that. And when we get back, we're going to talk about one of the very most common illnesses out there, glaucoma, and how you can take care of it.
Interesting. Well, remember the phone lines are open at 605-4567.
All right. And this is Healing Through Nature of KCNR 1460 AM Community Radio. You're back.
Our lives are becoming more hectic with higher demands from our work, family, and our day-to-day living. This can lead to stress, exhaustion, and even serious illness. Hi, I'm family herbalist Peggy Spindelilus from the Healing Through Nature show on KCNR, along with my husband, clinical master herbalist Arundel Spindelilus. We operate NorCal Herbal Studies here in Redding. Herbal medicine offers a safe, natural, and effective treatment to balance and restore the body back to good health. It can help with anything from acute to chronic long-term illness, or simply restore your health and vitality. Here at NorCal Herbal Studies, we believe in treating our patients in a safe, holistic, and natural manner. If you would like a change in health based on time-honored ways, please give us a call at 722-6728 or check us out at NorCalHerbalStudies.com.
Don't be shy, just let your feelings roll on by.
Pulse Urgent Care welcomes back Dr. Richard Musselman, joining Dr. Clayton Reinhardt, Dr. Seeger Beatty, and family nurse practitioner Deborah Wright in Pulse's newly expanded facility. Pulse doctors are available to serve you for any urgent care needs 7 days a week from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Flu shots are now available. Pulse Urgent Care is on Hilltop Drive across from Kmart. Call 722-1111 or visit pulseurgentcare.com. Medicare and private insurances are accepted. Pulse Urgent Care says if it's urgent to you, it's important to us.
Hi everyone, I'm Sherry Silk.
And I'm Danny Silk.
And we are so excited to be joining the weekend lineup at KCNR Community Talk Radio. We have a new show Sundays from noon to 1. Danny, are you excited?
I'm excited. Living on Purpose is a brand new program. Our focus is to help build healthy families, relationships, marriages, parenting.
And we sure hope you join us.
It's Living on Purpose with Danny and Sherry Silk every Sunday from noon to 1 on AM 1460 KCNR.
Riverfront Playhouse presents Bells on Their Toes, the incredibly funny sequel to Cheaper by the Dozen. Shortly after their dad dies, Mom heads to Europe in place of her husband, leaving the kids in the care of the handyman and themselves. Of course, hilarity ensues. The kids take care of each other, take in a lodger, get chickenpox, and even find love along the way. Opening January 22nd and running through July 20th. It's family fun for all. Bells on Their Toes. Tickets available at Cascade Theater, cascadetheater.org, or for more information, riverfrontplayhouse.net.
Hi folks, I'm Bob the Drop from Mount Shasta Spring Water. Did you know our spring water originates from glaciers high atop Mount Shasta? As they melt, the water flows through miles of volcanic rock to our springs at the base of the mountain. Pure and natural, Mount Shasta Spring Water is naturally the best and the official water of the United States of America. Give us a call today and ask about our special introductory offer. 1-800-922-6227. That's 1-800-922-6227. I highly recommend it.
Hear us streaming 24/7 on KCNR1460.com.
You were young when you laid your head in the grass where you now still reside. I've caught your leg on a beaten path. Now you're trapped for the rest of your life.
Whoa!
All right, that's our son, Christopher Spindelilus with the dead chips. All right.
All three of us, me, you, and J. Bob in here, we're all just rocking out when the sun comes on.
That's right. Well, in case you don't know, this is Healing Through Nature, and I'm your host, Arundel Spindelilus, a clinical master herbalist, and with me is my wife and co-host, Peggy, who's a certified family herbalist. All right. We are going to talk about glaucoma. All right. Very, very common. I think you have an interesting tidbit you came up with that you found about ties. The ones that men wear.
Oh, that was so, yeah.
Weird.
I like the weird ones. And
Yeah.
I was searching on the internet and found one where these guys that, dress up, or women, both, then you wear a tie.
Right.
If it's too tight, it will actually damage your eyes.
And actually help bring about glaucoma.
Exactly. That's just amazing.
All right, so guys out there, you have an excuse for not wearing ties at work anymore. You can
There you
tell
go.
them that it's under medical authority. Ties will damage your eyes.
There you
Good
go.
excuse, but it actually can be valid. Okay, let's talk about glaucoma. Glaucoma again. We've got pressure growing in the eyes. We've got more or less a simplified explanation is constipation of the eyes. We need to get the eyes moving. Again, change your diet, eat better, get off the white flour, get off the dairy, get off the processed sugar. Try to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, nuts, grains, and seeds. That's what helps feed our bodies and helps cleanse them the best.
That's right. You're adults now. You don't need the milk.
That's right. You don't need the milk anymore. We're the only species that drinks milk after weaning, except for, domesticated like cats and dogs
Exactly.
and stuff like that. They're not supposed to either. All right. So you do things like that, more carrot juice, bilberry, things of that nature. Again, we use the herbal eye bright wash. It works wonderfully. I'm going to give you a couple of case histories here. One was this person not only had cataracts, not only had bad vision, but on top of it all had glaucoma as well. This person goes on, their testimonial was, after changing their lifestyle and their diet and using the herbal eye bright, I was diagnosed as having a fast-growing cataract in my right eye and a buildup of pressure in both eyes causing glaucoma. All right, I found in a newsletter all about the herbal eye bright for both the eye wash and the capsules, which I ordered and received. I immediately started using both 3 times a day with marvelous results. Within 3 days, I could see through my new glasses and bifocals. I hadn't been able to since I got the new glasses, which had stronger vision for distance and weaker bifocals. So I had to change back to my old glasses for bookkeeping work and the new ones for driving. Suddenly I realized I forgot to change them when I was down at my desk because I was seeing figures perfectly. I'd forgotten I had them on. Then within 2 weeks I suddenly realized I could see much farther with the bad eye, with the cataract, than I could see before. All right? All along, pieces of mucus were coming out of my eyes many times daily. And that is something that if you decide to try to use the herbal eye wash, the herbal eye bright, you will notice, and you've been through this,
I
Peggy,
have.
that when you start using this for the first time, very often through the first week, when you wake up in the mornings, your eyes are just full of gunk, aren't
Yeah, they are.
That's right. It's your eyes cleansing and getting this out of it.
Which, that's a good thing. If you wake up with
That's
all
right.
that in there, it shows
That's right.
it's cleaned them out.
That's right. Person went on to say that before using the eye wash, I couldn't stand driving after dark, as the car headlights and tail lights and all the signal lights and the street lights all had huge halos around them, flashing along with the flashing red and green lights. It was very scary. So I had to be very careful not to leave my office so that I could get home. So I make sure I get home well before dark. Now the halos have disappeared and I see only a tail on each light when I think that it's only part of a small halo, and then I know that my eyes are improving. I am very happy with the continuing improvement and have full confidence that my cataract and glaucoma will be cured. I have started 2 friends using it too, and they both tell me that they are seeing good improvements as well. So, in the end, the cataracts are gone, the glaucoma was gone, and the individual no longer had to wear glasses.
This will work. If you just take the time and you follow the program, it will work.
It will work. One more story about glaucoma. This was, my husband had glaucoma and had lost no time in sending for Dr. Christopher's herbal eye wash and is having excellent results. The pain is gone from his eyes, and he says his eyeballs feel softer and normal now. He says he thinks he can actually see better too. He goes back to the doctor in a couple of weeks and is anxious to see if the pressure and everything has gone down. Anyway, he's much more comfortable, and He did he went back and his eyes were fine.
We could go on and on and on with stories on the eyes because
That's
we
right.
have seen it and
Ourselves.
Yeah,
That's right.
ourselves. So we could just keep going on this.
Yes. Now let me kind of give you a word of warning here before eventually we sign off. This is about colloidal silver. I know many people, and I've had some patients come in, when they have pink eye or styes in their eyes or infections, they like to put drops of colloidal silver in their eyes. And absolutely it seems to work, and because silver kills bacteria and viruses on contact. But there is a dark side to silver. You are more than welcome to go onto our website at www.norcalherbalstudies.com. Go to our resources page, and there's a lot of free downloads there, and there's one PDF you can download, and it's about the negative effects of colloidal silver. A lot of people don't know that silver is just a metal.
I know, it's right. Think about it. If you made a capsule and you put liquid mercury inside that capsule and gave it to people to take, would you want to take it?
No,
of course
not.
So why in the
That's
world would
silly.
you take this metal and put it in your body?
That's right. And yet just 100 years ago, everybody thought it was normal to take mercury.
Exactly.
Well, we know better now, and we know sometime from now people are going to look back and go, why did those people take silver and put it in their bodies? It is a heavy metal. It is a metal. It will accumulate in the body. What happens with accumulation? If you continue to use colloidal silver, it can and most likely will cause neurological damage. It, over time, it can cause impulsiveness, anxiety, irritability, double vision, depression, headaches, loss of memory, and seizures. It's also been linked to organ damage. The more you use colloidal silver, the higher your risk of damaging your internal organs. It's been found that it will deposit itself in your bone marrow, in your kidneys, in your lymph nodes. There are finally some doctors out there that are warning against using colloidal silver. Also, too much colloidal silver will also cause hardening of the arteries and atherosclerosis. So it actually damages the lining of your arteries, and in time can lead to heart attack, heart failure, and stroke. All right. There's other minor side effects it can have. These include diarrhea, gas. Why gas? Because the silver kills bacteria. It is non-discriminate. It not only will kill the bacteria you're after, it will kill all the bacteria in your intestinal tract. And then you will not be able to digest, as we said before on this show. In your immune system, 70% of your immune system is in your digestive tract. So if you wipe out your intestinal flora, you just wiped out 70% of your immune system. It can also, again, the gas, diarrhea, digestive problems. If you take colloidal silver, it will wipe them out. And the list actually goes on and on and on. Pregnant women should not use it because there is a possible link to birth defects using colloidal silver. Something else I have personally seen is it can cause permanent skin discoloration. I've seen people that basically look like Smurfs. They are so gray that they are turning purple. And it is a permanent discoloration. You will eventually turn into a Smurf or very, very dark gray using colloidal silver over time. Also seen it will discolor and damage your teeth. It will cause kidney and liver problems. So keep in mind, if you want to fix your eyes or any other part of your body, don't use colloidal silver. Hippocrates had a wonderful phrase. He said, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. So you want to fix your eyes, do something as simple as eat bilberries for night vision and for cleaning them up. Ginkgo for helping your eyes get rid of the gunk that's in them and help start taking care of the floaters. Carrot juice. Right. No blind bunnies out there, and the same for you too. Carrot juice will actually heal your eyes or aid in healing them over time.
Exactly. And all you got to do is go on the internet and type this in and just go, what fruits and veggies are good for the eyes, and it'll pop up and you'll have so many walnuts, spinach, carrots, vitamin C.
Right. Yeah, bell peppers, the list goes on and on. So, I've given all this information. What is a basic thing that you can do here if you want to get over glaucoma, cataracts, near and farsightedness, macular degeneration? What is an overall program? All right, let's start real quick. We got about another minute or so. You want to make sure that you get rid of the bad stuff in your diet. Stop drinking milk, taking in dairy. Get rid of the white flours. Get rid of the processed sugars. Eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, nut grains and seeds. Take in a lot more juices like carrot juice and things like that. Use a product like the Herbal Eye Bright. It works wonderful, as you heard earlier with Jim Lazarick, one of our patients. It actually healed his eyes to where he could go to the DMV for the first time, and he was able to pass the eye test without glasses.
And also, when you go outside, try not to wear your sunglasses
right.
certain times during the day. Let your eyes get stronger.
That's right. Your eyes will get strong with the light. All right. Well, this is about it for us for today. We hope that all of you have a happy week and for a healthier and happier you. This is Healing Through Nature with KCNR 1460 Community Radio. Remember, next week we're going to talk about how you can be independent from the medical restrictions.
And remember the tea party Monday night.
That's right. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. All right. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Be good to each other.
All right, the meeting starts at 6, and you'll be breaking out at 7, right?
That's right, with Mark and Linda's breakout group at 7 o'clock. Thank you.
All right.
Don't be shy, just let your feelings roll on by. Don't wear fear, or nobody will know you're
All right, thank you, Arundel and Peggy. This is KCNR Shasta Redding.
Fox News Radio.